Swear to God, I turned my back for 3 months, and all of a sudden, a video that I posted 2 years ago randomly just starts getting views for no reason. This algorithm, do not understand it. It's been a bit, guys. Hi, first of all. My name's Ash. I do art videos, speed paints, animations, animatics, general shenanigans. Cool stuff, fun stuff, great stuff when I post it. I've been away for a bit. I've been moving and doing a whole bunch of other stuff and getting new jobs, and I was in school too, so there was a whole bunch of other stuff that I was doing while I was moving. I just, out of curiosity, decide to check my YouTube because I haven't done that in a bit. And within 2 weeks, one of my videos completely doubled in views, and I've nearly gained like a lot of subscribers for me. Probably not a lot for other people, but yeah. So, and that video was my pet peeves whenever it comes to fanfiction, because of course that one gets popular whenever I'm not looking at it. Long story short, I had thought about doing a follow-up of that video for a really long time, but I had gotten into animation and I had gotten into school and I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff, but here I am, finally doing a follow-up to that video. I'm not doing more pet peeves because honestly, I think I covered them. I thought I would give some advice to people who want to write, and this doesn't have to be necessarily fanfiction advice. It could just be any piece of online writing. You may be thinking, who are you to give me advice? That's a great question. Well, I have been writing fanfiction since I was 12. That is now 10 years of writing under my belt, specifically fanfiction and derivative works. God, I'm old. I've used Wattpad, I've used fanfiction.net, I've used Archive of Our Own. By the way, that went down a few days ago and society nearly collapsed. But yeah, I have also beta read quite a few fanfictions in my time. There was a huge 2-3 years where I was a beta reader for a good like 4 or 5 people. I also have had back in 2016 a Hamilton Drabble. I was called an elder fanfiction writer once. Well, 1, it flattered me at the time, but 2, now that I think about it, don't give me that power. Don't tell me that I'm a freaking elder in the fanfiction. I will preface this. You do not have to listen to a single word I say. Fanfiction is great in the way that it is, 1, completely just self-expression. It is something that you don't necessarily have to listen to anybody to do. You make it for free and you put it out into the world. Who am I to say what you should and should not do? And that was something that I had expressed very thoroughly in my last video on fanfiction. You do not have to listen to a single word I say. These are my opinions, and these are like general advice that I would say to pretty much anybody who's writing, and these are also going to get cheesy, so bear with me. Write what you enjoy when you enjoy it. What that means, if you don't enjoy the thing that you are writing, don't write it. If you get a request to write a certain thing and you don't want to do it, don't do it. Start writing something that you really, really enjoy. Keep writing it. When you stop enjoying it, stop writing it. Because 1, if you are writing things that you don't like, that will burn yourself out. You will just burn out like that. Not only that, it's very, very clear that you do not enjoy writing those parts. It's clear in your writing when you don't enjoy what you are writing. Now, that does bring an issue of unannounced hiatuses and stuff like that. If you do have an audience and people are wondering why you aren't updating, be honest. Be like, hey, I just don't enjoy this piece anymore. If you want to completely abandon a fic because you don't enjoy what you're writing, just say like a really quick author's note, hey, I'm abandoning this fic. I really don't like it. If you had a direction of where it was supposed to go ahead and put it in like little bullet points. For a lot of people, that's enough. They don't need any more. But you also don't owe them that. You don't owe your readers pretty much anything. Expect everything, but don't expect anything. What I mean by this is do not expect comments, do not expect kudos or likes or anything like that. Don't expect people to read it. It is out in the internet, and the internet is a vast void of just everything. It's got so much in it. Sometimes your stuff can get lost in it. Like, people won't be able to find it, and that is okay. And you're gonna have to be okay with that. At the same time, people could find it and they read it and they don't like it. Don't expect people to like the things that you're writing just because you wrote them. Your writing may be enjoyed by some, may not be enjoyed by some. Don't expect it to be enjoyed. As long as you are enjoying the thing that you are writing, that is enough. However, also expect that if you do get attention from it, there's going to be hate or critique. Expect people to not be happy with it. Expect criticisms. Expect stuff like that. Let's just say if you write something that is personal to you, that you feel that picked apart, you would fall apart, which there's nothing wrong with writing something that deeply personal. It is okay to write something that deeply personal, but expect that there may be a person that picks it apart. It is okay to delete comments. It is okay to edit your fic. It is okay to not edit your fic. You can put as much effort into your fic as you want. Nobody is entitled to any more of your effort than you are willing to give. It is also okay to completely rewrite chapters, even if you aren't finished with the fic yet. I was, at least, I don't know if I still am or not, in the process of taking my very first fanfiction and completely rewriting it. And so far, I've had a lot of fun doing it. Have I done it lately? No, because I've been busy. And I've been okay with that, even though people read it and people ask for updates. I'm not entitled to give them that. People are not entitled to any more effort than you are willing to give. And right now, I'm not willing to give any effort into that fanfiction right now. Will I be willing to put effort into that fanfiction later? Who knows? Maybe. I've been thinking about going back to it, and that's not an issue. Another one is post unapologetically. Write what you enjoy, when you enjoy it, and post it unapologetically. There's the tag that I see all the time on AO3. There's a tag that I see all the time on AO3 that just says, I regret nothing. Be that. Regret nothing. If you want to do it better in the future, or if you want to delete the fic, on you. Again, you are posting content for free. Nobody's entitled to read it, so it doesn't have to be out in the world. So whenever you don't want it out in the world anymore, just delete it. In the same vein, not every fic needs to be chapters long. It doesn't need to be a 500 chapter long slow burn, enemies to lovers. It does not have to be anything like that. It doesn't have to be big and grandiose for it to be good. Some of the best things that I've ever seen have been little drabbles, or they've been one-shots, and that is perfectly okay. It is just as valid as anything else. It is just as valid as those 50 chapter, basically novels of fanfiction. If you have just a little scene in your head and you just really want to write it, but you don't want to write any of the little in-between spots, you do not have to. Write what you want. Do what you want. That is my advice. Do what you want. Do what you want. However, because there's something that I notice, especially with younger people in our community, my big piece of advice to you, young writers, is learn the difference between hate and criticism. Sometimes criticism can be mean and it can hurt when you aren't prepared to have it. That is okay, but just know that you are not above criticism. Nobody is. I'm not above criticism. I get criticisms all the time on my work, my old work, my new work that I haven't even posted yet, because sometimes I let my friends see it and I get criticism. Sometimes they can hurt if you are not open to them. I would say if you are willing and want to be better as a writer, if you want to grow as a writer, you have to open yourself up to criticism. You have to be receptive to it. You have to understand where that person is coming from, either anonymous or not, and take a look at it. See, is this criticism valid, or was that something that you weren't trying to do? And yeah, but then there's also hate. And it's very easy to see hate, but sometimes when you aren't receptive to criticism seems like hate. Hate will not give you any advice on how to be better. on what you can do differently. It is, this sucks, you suck. It's, this is awful, delete this. It's delete your account. It's just name calling and calling you slurs or anything like that. That is hate. It's very clear when you are open to criticism, what is hate and what is not. When you aren't open to it, every criticism seems like hate. That's my piece of advice. Learn the difference between hate and criticism. That are my pieces of advice. It basically just boils down to learn the difference between hate and criticism. Don't expect anything. Lower your expectations, or just have no expectations. And do it because you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Those are basically it. This was just me rambling to a microphone for a bit, but I also wanted to thank everyone who decided to subscribe to me over the past 2 weeks, because honestly, I haven't posted anything in 3 months, and just randomly the algorithm started recommending me to you guys, and you guys actually like this kind of content, and I enjoy making this content. I didn't make this content for a little bit due to personal reasons, but I love talking to a microphone and also drawing, and I also like talking about fanfiction and nerd culture and stuff like that. So this is basically me saying I'm back. I'm coming back. I want to make more animations, and I want to make more like easier to make content. That way you guys are sated while I'm working on these bigger projects, because I'm excited to show people my bigger projects, but I don't like not posting on this channel. And it's been a bit. It's been 3 months. It's been 3 months, and then it was months after, and then it was like almost a year. So, and if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you like my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, hi. Again, my name is Ash. I post art and speed paints while sharing my opinions on fandom culture and just internet subcultures in general. I'm a nerd, and I love to. So if you like these kinds of videos, go ahead and subscribe to me and hit that bell for when I post next, because it's going to be a lot more often, and I'm very excited to be posting again. And I will see all of you guys in the next video. See you guys!